Hello everyone, this is Endemic Wayne 77 here, and welcome back for some more Let's Play Command & Conquer. So, last we left off, we did ourselves the second mission, hopefully securing our position up on the top of the map there, now that we cleared out the enemy base that was in the area that our intelligence couldn't figure out the first time around. So now that that's done, we indeed get to move on more into the European mainland here, going on to the second of the Baltic states here, La Vita. Population, it's useless information.
I know I promised more deep background on Kane and Nod, but there'll be time for that later. Carter says you hit the ground fighting. Nice job. Now we need that again. Somewhere in this section is a Nod base. It's protected against airstrikes by Nod SAM sites. Knock them out so Colonel Morelli can provide air support. That should make it easier for you to take out the base. I'll be out of the loop for a couple of days doing civvy time with the UN. Don't let me down.
Alright, so I guess that's our mission now, is taking out these SAM sites here. And just looking around. Oh! Grenades! Oh! Explosions! Alright, so here we are in the third mission here, and already we got ourselves to a new unit here. These guys in the blue belts here, these are the Grenadiers. Yes, the Grenadiers. Now, the Grenadiers, they're pretty good infantry units. They're both pretty good at dealing with enemy infantry and enemy vehicles. However, their main drawback is that they're actually a bit of a kind of volatile unit to handle. And that when they die, they just explode. And already you can probably tell that that's going to be a bad sign, especially if you try to bunch your infantry all together, and especially if you have a bunch of grenadiers, and if they're all low health and one of them explodes and dies, then you can pretty much count on all of them just exploding and dying all at once. So yeah, that's not really good, and because of that, I try not to rely on the grenadiers too much. And then I tried to go for more of it. I always try to go for more of a mixed bag of units rather than just focusing on one type of infantry units all the time, or one type of vehicle units. Like I've seen like a lot of other Let's Players who play this game, especially during the later levels, they tend to rely on just tanks and tanks only, which isn't really bad of a strat since tanks are pretty good, but it's not how that's not how you guys are going to see me play this game. It's going to be how I'm going to do it, is I'm going to go with the mixed bag of units pretty much almost all the time. As I find that overall mixing your units in infantry is better than just using one type of unit all the time. As you guys will soon find out that this game sort of follows like a sort of like a rock, paper, scissors type of algorithm on the effectiveness of weapons on the units. Like, for example, explosive units such as those bazooka men that you saw, that the new infantry Nod unit that they get for this mission, they are really good at dealing with the enemy vehicles, but not so much on infantry. Yeah, so that sort of helped counterbalance that out, I guess. And hey, look at that, we actually get starting to get some more technology now available to us, some more stuff to build. So much that we can actually now build a fully functioning base. Yes, finally. Yes. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to build these silos, but now these silos, they're used to store extra Tiberians, so you can actually hoard more money and hold more money. So nothing too spectacular after that, but we're going to be using these buildings a lot more for a different reason, and that reason is selling them off to make extra building space, to actually make extra space in between our structures within our base. And that is because, in case you guys haven't told already, you can't really place your buildings really far away from your existing buildings, at all actually. Like, they have to be right now. Like, look at that. That's kind of BS in my opinion, so because of that, I often actually use silos to extend the space in between my buildings. And so I feel that my buildings aren't always have to forcibly be all bunched up together like this. Now, in the later Command & Conquer games, they do increase the amount of space that you can build. They do, extend the amount of space that you can build your buildings far away from each other, but In this game, since it's the first game, it's like, nope, you have to be like right next to the, and it is pretty annoying. So annoying that so much that you see that, yeah, no, I will not be dealing with it, and instead I will be putting stuff like silos and power plants in between, and then turning around to sell them to make that space in between the structures of my bases. Because, you know, again, that's kind of BS to have to restrict, you know, the player to building buildings right next to each other. It is kind of BS in my opinion. So yeah, we'll just get around to that, like I said before, with the Tiberian silos, and we do have this other unit here, as you saw here. These guys are the technicians, as you know, this very, very gay sounding guy here, you know, the, yeah, okay, yes. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a gay guy to me if I ever heard one, you know, going, yeah, okay, and what makes him even gayer is that he's not only super weak, he has this very weak pistol that does an embarrassingly low amount of damage. Like, it does so low damage that it's like what's even the point of sending him into battle? But yeah, they're I know they're called the technicians. Let's hover over and they'll say technician. Yeah. And the only way to acquire these units actually is by selling buildings, and not that you would want these guys in particular anyways, because not only are they just borderline useless overall, but as you can see, they don't even reveal any of the shroud here, any of the fog of war, because you know they're that useless. So yeah, for that reason I try not to rely on them too much, but you know, since I do sell off a lot of my buildings a lot of the time, I guess I have no choice but to have them in my army. Alright, so let's go ahead and build a barracks now, recruit some troops. And we'll get a second refinery up and going here, as well as a second harvester. Because having a second refinery in Command & Conquer is actually not such a bad idea a lot of the time. Usually because, obviously, when you have a second refinery going and with a second harvester, you can harvest Tiberium at twice the rate, and therefore gain money at twice the rate. So you can definitely count on me building a second refinery for a lot of these missions here. Because yeah, it really is. It is a lot more helpful to have a second refinery. It will mean you using up a lot more of the Tiberium a lot more quickly, but if that means having more money, then you know, what can I say? It's just, right, money. Alright, so we're gonna build a communication center next, and we're gonna place it actually we're gonna place it right where this Tiberium silo is. We're gonna replace the Tiberium silo with it. Now the communication center is basically the radar of the game. I mean, I know in a lot of the later Command & Conquer games, they legit just call it a radar tower. But in this game, it's a communications tower, and what it does essentially is it gives you access to the map, which will be in this space here that is normally represented by the symbol of the faction that you're playing on. It will be then replaced by the map. Now the map is usually not really super useful, especially on these beginning maps where the maps are not really that big. But I guess it is nice to have the option, I suppose. So I guess we'll have one of these Humvees here go exploring, and we'll pull these other two Humvees back here since they are irreplaceable and there's no way of getting them back. So we'll save them for emergencies or for when the last battle or what happens or whatever, and then yeah, we'll use them. But for now, we're just down here, and hey, whoa, look at that thing. I wonder what that thing is. Now, there's been actually a lot of speculation about this one weird crash thing. Actually, a lot of fans of the game have speculated that it's like a crashed UFO or something, like a crashed pod or whatever, but really, it's actually just a part of like a cockpit of a crashed jet plane. That's all it is to it. Like, it's part of a crash. It's just part of a crashed plane. It's not a UFO or anything. I remember used to thinking that it was a UFO too, but then I found out that yeah, no, it's literally just part of a crashed plane. You know, just part of a crashed plane, nothing to see here, but yeah. Same thing as before, we'll be gathering our army, except this time we'll be mixing up a few grenadiers with our minigunners. And we'll send you guys to do some exploring. Actually, you know, we'll get you guys to guard And then we'll send the Humvee to go exploring. And I guess we'll send the gay guy to go guard too, you know, just because why not, right? Gay guy. And listen to our epic soundtrack while we go exploring and stuff. Because yeah, rocking the epic soundtrack. So, what was that? I think we already destroyed one of those SAM sites, right? That's already getting a little carried away here. But yeah, these buildings right here, these are the SAM sites that you have to go and destroy. No shit, it's a bunch of rocket infantry, a bunch of bazooka men that are going to definitely wreck my Humvee. Don't want that, so we're going to send you guys out forward. And I guess I should have sent a few more. Oh, well, my bad. Got a few extra infantry, can't fix. Yeah, my Humvee's already, like, almost dead. That's a little disappointing, to be honest, but oh well. Just keep sending you guys this forward. But yeah, as I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by those rocket infantry, those bazooka men up there. But yeah, these are the SAM sites, and these are the SAM sites that we have to go and destroy. You know, the surface-to-air missile batteries. And once we do destroy them, we will get air support, which is in the form of airstrikes. Now, airstrikes are one of the two superpowers that GDI gets. The other one being, I will not spoil the other one yet, but GDI gets two, but Nod only gets one superpower. But the superpower that Nod gets is really incredibly powerful. Like, it's way more. Like, it really does make up for the extra superpower that GDI gets because it is that much more powerful. But in this mission, we will be seeing the introduction of the first superpower, which is the airstrikes. So these guys down here, these are civilians. They're just innocent, you know, everyday civilians going out and about with their structures here, civilian structures as well as the church. Now, since we're playing as GDI, they usually do not harm civilians because, you know, GDI, they're the good guys, right? So I guess that makes sense. But you'll see in a lot more of the non-missions that we'll be playing later on in the playthrough that they're a lot less kind to civilians, and as such they just shoot civilians, kill civilians left and right, and destroy their buildings. And yeah, like, they'll do it automatically. Like, you won't even order them to, they'll just do it out of spite and shit. Pretty ridiculous, actually. But you know, for now, since we're GDI, we'll just leave them alone, let them do their thing, and just go up here, up to these cliff sides up here. There's actually two ways to go up here, up to these cliff sides, which should have the enemy base, which is around here up in this section, but we'll go up here first, and then this way, I believe, is another way that we can go up, but yeah, we'll go up this way first. And we see we do have a bit of Tiberium up there that their harvester is most likely harvesting. So let's go ahead and have a bit of a look up here, shall we? This is just the epic music in this game. Oh shit! All bazooka men! Kill the bazooka men! Now, thankfully, bazooka men are pretty trash at killing enemy infantry in this game. As you can see, they just completely got annihilated. So, no problem for us at all, you know, no threat. Just keep exploring and see what else we'll find. Now, their base should be, like, right up here. Yep, there it is. To the devil. Now, they have these, now, for the standard base defense that Nod gets, they have these very bunker-style gun turrets that shoot these very anti-tank rounds, you know, very tank-like rounds to your enemies that are very, very poor at dealing with infantry, but are pretty good at dealing with anti-armor, or enemy armor. So as such, we should be good with dealing with them, and just swarm our infantry on them, we should be good. But for now, let's actually not go and deal with the enemy base for now, because there are those SAM sites that we could try to destroy to get our air supports. But it's not looking good for these guys here. Yeah, not looking good. They're about to die. And yeah, as you saw there, the grenadier that just exploded there pretty much took out my other guy with them. What I said before, grenadiers are can be very volatile units, so you do have to watch out for them. And it's actually kind of funny. I remember back when I used to play this, especially the N64 version of this, back when I was little, I used to pronounce the grenadiers grenadiers. Which I know is a pretty funny way of pronouncing them, but yeah, I know that's not how you pronounce them, that they're pronounced grenadiers, not grenadiers, so, you know, forgive me and my past silliness. But yeah, we actually seem to be full of Tiberium with our silos already, so actually let's go ahead and build another silo. I know some people who play this game just don't even bother building silos at all, because I guess they're not really that much of a use if you're just constantly pumping out units in this game, where, you know, you're constantly spending your money on units, and you know, as such, you never really need to worry about building silos. But there is a thing with this game, since it is such an old RTS game. As you can see here, I can, no matter how many times I click on here, you can't like queue up multiple infantry. You just have to do one at a time, which is pretty tedious and pretty annoying. But again, this is a pretty old game, so what can you do? That's okay. We'll just keep gathering up our forces. We have a lot of money, so we can just literally keep making more. Actually, there is a way to speed up the process of making infantry a little bit, and that's by actually making another barracks. Now, when you make another production building, so like another barracks, another war factory, or another construction yard, then you actually do speed up the process of you making infantry. Let's just demonstrate that here. Also, if you have more of the same type of building, like the 2 barracks here, you can actually then select a building to be a primary building, and then that primary building will be the building that will make your units for you, instead of the other unit producing building. If you select this to be a primary, then the units that we'll make out here will go to this one. You know, pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
Primary building selected.
But unfortunately, there's no like there's no rally points that you can set in this game, so we do have to just keep on just leaving our troops here and just setting them here, making them stand about, wait in the meantime, which I'm sure is no problem for them. They're just gonna keep doing their push-ups and shit, so you know, just don't mind them. I think our units are actually pretty big. I think we got a pretty good army going here, so let's send them up and actually send another Humvee up, because why not? And a bit of vehicle support with our last of our 2 Humvees. And then send you guys forward. We'll try to kill these SAM sites first, actually. Because having the airstrikes is actually pretty helpful in these missions. And that's pretty much how things will work from now on in these GDI missions. Is that, and for most of the missions now on, that if you destroy all the SAM sites, that you will get access to airstrikes. And airstrikes will often help you out in these missions. So, you know, a good little secondary objective to be in these missions for GDI here. You know, a good little extra thing for you to do. It's just blowing up the SAM sites. And usually Nod will not rebuild these SAM sites until I think not until like the very last missions, which will make it pretty easy for you to destroy them and get the airstrikes. But, however, there is one thing that in the later missions that Nod will tend to put their SAM sites like in their base, so it will be a fair bit harder to destroy their SAM sites, and as a result, you'll usually get to the point where you will destroy their SAM sites by the time you've already destroyed everything else, and it's like, well, it's like not even really a point to destroying it, and actually let's go ahead and destroy their harvester, because it's already half health, so it's quite much to do that. Now the thing is, if you attack an enemy's harvester in this game, the enemy gets pretty angry about it. As you can see, they're sending a lot of stuff after us now, so let's just sort of hang out here and just hold them off. Oh god, look at all the troops they're sending. And my troops are standing on top of Tiberium too, so they are slowly taking damage from that as well, so that's not very good. It's actually, oh shit, this is not looking good. My troops are struggling. They are struggling. Come on, get them. Yeah, they really do not take kindly to destroying their harvesters. They really don't. So you do have to watch out for that. But you know, it's good that I demonstrated that on here, just to show you guys just what I mean by how much the enemy just really hates you when you attack their harvester. But thankfully, it looks like our troops managed to hold them off, which is good. Just killed their last non-buggy. The last non-buggy. Come on, kill the buggy. Kill the buggy. Very good. Alright, now we'll come back down here and destroy the SAM site. Now there should be one more SAM site up there. Once we destroyed that, we should have access to the airstrikes. But like I said before, in the later missions of this campaign, Nod will make it a fair bit more difficult for you to destroy the SAM sites. Usually because they'll place a SAM site that's like right in the middle of the base. So it'll make it very difficult to destroy that SAM site, and when you do destroy that SAM site, you already have like a big enough army that's pretty much destroyed all of their base at that point, so it's like, yeah, what's the point? Yeah. But you know, there's only so much you can do, so In the meantime, I guess we'll just keep gathering up our forces. Once we have enough big enough forces, we'll send them north. Destroy everything. Yes, destroy everything. Because that's how this game works, right? So it's in the name of the game, after all, is you command and conquer. You command your troops and then you conquer everything. Yes, very good. Alright, so just waiting on you guys to just blow this up. Any second now. I mean, he is repairing it, so it is slowly getting back health, but we are damaging it at a faster rate than he can repair, which is good. As long as you can damage the structure at a faster rate than your opponent can repair it, then you should be good. You didn't do that. I just saw we lost another grenadier who did spontaneously exploded from dying in the Tiberium there. Very good. Also, you guys probably gonna have to get used to me saying words like that a lot during this. Of course, I mean this playthrough. You know, just have to get used to me saying words like Tiberium and refinery and construction yard and stuff like that. But I'm sure you guys don't mind. As again, this is a very awesome and fun, epic game to play. And I remember the N64 version of this game actually had a 3D models for the structures as well as the vehicles, but the infantry units, however, remained to be 2D sprites. But you know, as a little kid back when I played this, I never gave a shit about that. No, you know, I was having too much fun playing. You know, I never gave a shit about that. I was having too much fun playing the game because, you know, since this game is so awesome and so fun to play. I mean, who doesn't love creating an army of troops and gay guys and then sending them forward to destroy everything? Actually, you know what? Just for the fun of it, let's make some more gay guys. I mean, yes, I know they're called technicians, but I like to call them gay guys because you know, let's be real here. They sound like a gay guy. Just, you know, yeah, okay. So let's make some more gay guys here. And, yeah, technicians are pretty easy to make. Literally, all you have to do to make them is just a silo and then sell it, and there you go. It gives you a technician for 75 credits. Which actually makes them a bit cheaper than the regular minigunner. They cost 75 credits, but really, given how just useless they are, they're really not worth it, though. But, you know, just for funsies, I guess we'll build them anyways. We'll make some gay guys. Look at them shooting them with their pistols. Hey, they're attacking my harvester. That's so rude. We're gonna have to go up them and, oh, I guess we'll just have to go up them and teach them a lesson in manners then, shall we? And these two guys should definitely do the job. Or actually, we can also just, of course, run his ass over with our harvester, because that is actually another thing that you can do in this game, is that some vehicles, not all vehicles, mind you, can actually run over infantry and just squish them completely, which is actually pretty hilarious too whenever the situation presents itself. And that is something that you guys will be seeing me do a lot, actually, especially in the later missions where we'll be using a lot more tanks and stuff. I'll just be ordering my tanks to just run over infantry, as that is actually a lot more effective than using the anti-tank weapons that the tanks have themselves. So yeah, there is that, and what else? Oh yeah. Since I do have since I have another barracks here, as you can see, I am able to make units a little bit faster, which, you know, does make sense when you really think about it. When you have multiple units and stuff, there are multiple unit building structures, you can make units faster. So, you know, makes sense, and because of that, we just keep making our units and keep making our structures, and as I said before, the same thing will apply to other production type structures. So, like war factories, which is a unit producing structure that makes vehicles that we will see later on. Also, does the same thing. If you have 2 of those, you can make vehicles faster. And if you have 2 construction yards, then you can build buildings faster as well. But unfortunately, since your construction yard is so high tech, and since we're not going to be able to make any construction yards till pretty much the very end of the game, that we won't be having that anytime soon. So yeah. For now, it's just infantry spam. We will be getting a lot more of the fancier tank units and stuff later on, but you know, for now it's just the infantry spam. Just keep spamming minigunners and grenadiers. mean, I guess there's no real wrong way to go about this. I mean, I guess you could just go all grenadier or all minigunner, and you should be good either way. But like I said before, I always like to mix up the infantry. You know, I like to mix things up. Even add a few gay guys in the mix, because you know why not? The funsies, right?
Unit ready.
But all right, now that we have destroyed the enemy harvester, though, we should have made quite the negative impact on their economy. And as such, they shouldn't be able to produce a whole lot more units. Like, they should be going pretty bankrupt pretty soon. They're not. And at this point, we do have to still watch out for their 2 turrets here. I think they have a 3rd turret up there as well. Yeah, that's pretty much their biggest threat that they have going at this point, is their standard base defense. So yeah, speaking of base defense, that is how things work for each faction here. Both GDI and NOD both gets a standard base defense and an advanced base defense. As you can see here, the standard base defense being the turret here, you know, not too spectacular, but they will be getting an advanced base defense that we will be seeing later on in the campaign. Well, actually quite a bit later on, but yeah, it will be quite menacing and quite the trouble to deal with, but you know, all on good time. And as well as GDI, they also get a standard base defense and an advanced base defense as well. But unfortunately, and how this game works, they really don't like to give us the base defense structures until like way later on in the campaign. I don't know, they like to be, they're kind of anal about it actually. They just don't give you the base defense structures until like way later on, and way later on until after the opponent gets the advanced base, the standard base defense and the advanced base structures. Advanced base defense structures. Sorry. But not though, they do have that extra building there, the SAM site, which is the anti-air base defense structure. And as you saw there, you know, blowing them up will allow us to get access to airstrikes. What are these guys doing? Are they going to go down and harass the civilians? Oh no, they're going to go on harass me, of course they are. Okay. Well, we'll just send you guys to deal with them, like 2 bazooka men and 2 minigunners. Yeah, we should be able to deal with them. You guys go deal with them. Very good. But yeah. That's how things work with the base defense structures in this game, and they're just really anal about it. They just don't give us any of the standard base defense. Even once they do give us the standard base defense structures, I think only a couple later missions after that, then NOD already has their advanced base defense structure. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. And pretty unfair in my opinion, but oh well. What can you do? The AI in this game the enemy AI in this game is kind of a cheating bastard, but you know, whatever, man. You know, we can still do it. You know, we're a pro player, and even a pro player such as ourselves can handle killing the cheating AI bastards. No problem, sure. You know, as cheating of a bastard as the AI is, they do have their weaknesses. You know, a couple of weaknesses. A couple of their weaknesses being that they don't exactly know how to react sometimes on how their units are being attacked and stuff. And also they're kind of dumb in the first few missions, and they don't repair their buildings until it's like really damaged. And they do make the AI smarter in the later missions on how they will repair their buildings and how it's not as damaged before they repair it. Yes. So here's the last SAM site here. Just kill that last bazooka in there. That's hiding. Just killing our puppy. There we go. Very good. Just swarm this last SAM site, and we should get our airstrikes. There we are already. Airstrike available to us. So let's go ahead and actually place it up here where these infantry are. Hopefully they will not move out of the way. We'll have our bomber go up in a second. Yeah, here it comes. Our A-10 airstrike napalm airstrike bomber. Here he comes up here. Gonna start bombing the place. Alright, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. 3 in 1. Very good. Thank you, airstrike bomber. Your help is very much appreciated. You know, the very helpful napalm strike. Now, the airstrike, they are pretty good, as you saw. They are very good against infantry, and they are pretty good at dealing damage against enemy structures as well, but not so much against heavily armored enemy vehicle units such as tanks. at best does mediocre damage to them. But thankfully, no tanks in this mission, as this is still a pretty early mission. Where it's just killing all their troops. I think we should just, not even bother with any engineers. Just go ahead and just destroy everything up in here, and just lay waste to absolutely all of the Nod scumbags here. Yes, kill them all. We do get to see ourselves in actual Nod, hand of Nod here, that is making their infantry. So let's go ahead and destroy that very quickly. And yeah, that building just instantly just boom. Yeah, it's just really just wrecking havoc to this place and just destroying everything. But I think that's pretty much it. So before we destroy these last few buildings, oh, there's a couple more pursuit in there. Okay, so let's just destroy these real quickly. I think they might just now just have must noticed that we're just completely destroying their entire base. And it's like, hey, wait, you can't do that. No, it's kind of too late for that now. Alright, so we'll take out this last gun turret here that's trying to hide behind the tree. Go ahead and destroy that. Kill these last bazooka men, and that should be pretty much a job well done for today. I know, these missions are already getting kind of long, but yeah, what can you expect? This is a real-time strategy game. Now, thankfully, they do give us the option, as you can see here, to change the game speed, which I will most certainly be doing, especially on a lot of these later missions. But for now, we will just still be sticking with the standard speed for the game, as this is pretty much it for this mission. So let's go ahead and save. We'll save that, and we'll save on LP backup as well. Right, I did save on that, right? Let's just make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Okay. Alright, and then we'll just end this off, end this mission, and end off the recording.
Not a problem.
Let's go, guys. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Mission accomplished. Hell yeah. Alright, you can see another cutscene. The airstrikers here. Oh, yeah. Here are the A-10 bombers that helped us out in the mission. Oh, they're receiving their orders. Now you see three bombers here in this cutscene, but there was only one that we got in the actual game. Now we will get those extra 2 bombers, but not till the later missions. For now, it's just the 1 bomber that we get. But yeah, here we come. Here they go, closing in on the enemy base. Just completely destroy everything, which is kind of inaccurate to the game. Like I said, I did say that they are pretty effective against structures, but not that effective. Like, the three bombers that you saw there that won't actually just completely annihilate the base there. Not even in the slightest, actually. But you know, thank you for trying. But yeah, that's this mission done. And holy crap, that's a lot of 6666. What the hell? The number of the devil. I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter how much ending credits you have at the end of each mission. I'm sure it's just a sort of bonus thing, but yeah. Kind of weird how it's 6666 like that, but I'm pretty sure it's just a coincidence, but whatever. But yeah, that's this mission done. Mission 3, again, a bit longer of mission, but you know, it is a real-time strategy game, so from here on out, you can only really expect most of these missions to just be getting longer and longer. But yeah, we got it done in just over a half an hour, so very good. Glad to have that done. It's still a pretty easy, straightforward mission, not too hard at all. But yeah, with that being done, this is gonna have to end this episode off here. So with that being said, thank you so much everyone for watching. If you like the video, as well as the other videos that I upload on here, then don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe, as I upload videos almost every day. So be sure to hit that bell and get those juicy notifications. And be sure to stay tuned for next time, where we get into some more Command and Conquer. Yes, more conquering the earth. Yes, of commanderness. Yeah, so whatever. So yeah, finally, this is Endemic Wayne 77 signing off. And as always, take care, everyone. Goodbye.